Monday, July 22nd, 2024. I started my wellness journey 3 weeks ago. I clocked in at 291. I'm currently 283, down 8 pounds. These 3 weeks have been so chaotic, so stressful, but it's been like this since I changed gears after the pandemic. My life is pretty much like this, and I'm not good with stress. And it's been so crazy that I usually would throw my hands up in the air and go get me some Chinese food and make my life simple, but more fatter. Remember I talked to Alan on Monday. During that week, July 4th fell on that week. Alan always say like food should have like one ingredient, like meat should be meat, vegetables should be vegetables, shouldn't have no junk in it. It was so satisfying, I have to say, and I'm not a big meat eater. I found eating meat so satisfying. Kept the cravings at bay, and it's so easy to have on hand. I like chopped it up. I ate off of that meat for the rest of the week. I like eggs, so I did a lot of eggs, and I'm just going to tell you about the meals that I have repeated. I'll be repeating in the future. So I will be making meat, and I have made a batch of meat like that again. If you remember, like Alan said, I've started off with the water in the morning, 40 ounces, even before I have my coffee. If I open my eyes at 4 or 5 in the morning, I start chugging down my water. I keep 2 big bottles, bigger than this, on my dresser. And I start immediately, just before I even have my coffee. Because the scale never would move for me before, I attribute it to the water, because it definitely wasn't physical activity. Physical activity I've had was I did a little swimming, and I don't know why I got in my mind that I want to walk. Tried walking quite a few times. The last time I did a half an hour, because I'm trying to work myself up to 10,000 steps, I got sick. We have been in the triple digits. It has been awful. Physical activity did not move the scale for me. It was absolutely the water. And I have to say, Alan was right. Remember, he told me, by Wednesday, you're going to want to kill me. Yeah. Wednesday, a monkey came and sat on my shoulder and told me, you need to go to your Chinese and order beef fried rice. That's not even something that I normally order. I would order something like that for maybe my son. And it became so overwhelming. I ended up, I bought some steaks, some cauliflower rice, some scallions, and I was going to make my own healthy version at home, because Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and them cravings were chasing me down. But I have been, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, I have been so busy that I could not even answer the calling. Done really good with healthy choices. I had a little mishap, and I'm going to tell you why. Got through July 4th. I made some great coleslaw, the packaged coleslaw. I did not shred any carrots, any cabbage. Didn't have time for that. I tried to make my life simple. I did a cabbage, and I roasted a whole bunch of vegetables, peppers and mushrooms, and it was delicious. I've been repeating the same meals. I'm so lucky. I like eggs. Favorite meals is 2 eggs with Swiss cheese, a half an avocado, and vegetables on the side. I remember coming in late one night. I even made like an egg bake. I put some half and half, whole bunch of vegetables, diced them up, swirled it up with some cheeses, baked it. It was out of sight. I've been so good, guys, and I have been making the best salads. I've been using the sugar-free dressings with the black guy that's in Walmart. All his dressings, and my favorite salad is wedge salad, and I've been making my variation of the wedge salad in a few days. And took my wedge variation salad with me when I was traveling through the airport, seeing all this good stuff. So work has been, I freelance, so sometimes I know my schedule, sometimes I don't, and my schedule is very last minute, day by day. I had to go away. Now this way it got a little bit tricky. My job doesn't have healthy versions. They offer us anything, healthy versions and all of that for lunch, but I just was so into this salad at this time. What happened? Items weren't there, and they were coming in later that night, even between 7 and 8 p.m. So I had a window, a gap to wait for these items. But trying to get you back here. Can you stay? We'll get you out of here in the morning. Okay, fine. Of course I said yes. So I had this window, a couple of hours. I went outside, and staring in front of me was this hamburger place. And I was looking at the people go in and out and eating outside. Googled them and looked them up, read the reviews, and it sounded great. I did go in and I ordered. Now, what's the weird thing about this is I was not hungry. I went in and I ordered. The food was good. I didn't think the milkshake was good at all. So I did drink the milkshake and I ordered a small. I did not even finish the food. It was great, but I did not even finish because I wasn't even hungry. Because I travel, I kind of had to cut my water off the night before. Hydrate that day. Then the next day when I got home, had an early 5:35 a.m. flight out, I still wasn't able to pick up my water because I had a fitting at 12 o'clock. I had time to just go home, have a cup of coffee, shower, change.
Oh my God, look, she already got my dress.
And the next day I had another
amazing.
So it was for a project that I'm working on, and this is my passion. This is the reason I freelance, and my life is so crazy. On these sets are so hard to resist, and this one was dynamic. They had everything, and they had tons of healthy versions. I did so good, and I'm going to tell you why. The craft service was kind of like over in the corner. First of all, the holding area was outside. I don't know why I'm telling you all of this. And the triple digits guy got there, they put me in, took me to hair and makeup, and put me in my outfit wardrobe, even though I wasn't going on for hours. I mean, they think you're going to be soon, but it didn't end up like that, so I tried to stay outside. It was too hot. I'm going through menopause. I was able to park near the set, and I was trying to keep cool in my car. So that was that. That day, only eating 2 small packs of mixed nuts, and they were so good. On the way there, I did have a smoothie, a protein smoothie, to try to make sure that I was satisfied before I left out. So this because I was not able to hydrate still. Maybe a couple of bottles of water, but nothing like I had been drinking. Bathroom was way over, and who's doing that? And you're trying to work 4 to 5 days. I was not able to hydrate the way I wanted to. This week, I had a booking. When I have jobs and stuff like that, I'm not able to drink I'm supposed to. So that's where I feel the mishaps came in, is when I slacked on the water. The only long video, but I just wanted to explain myself, where I've been for 3 weeks. Taking my mom, she's not well, taking her different places, doctor's appointments, water, back on track. And when I have days like that, like I said, I did so good. I fought cravings except for the hamburger thing. Oh, and on the set that day, the different options and stuff. And I ended up I grabbed the spicy chicken. It had a chip in it. There was tons of drinks and everything. I took a bite of it. It was so good. It could have been that I was hungry, but I was, pushing back my appetite. It was delicious, and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna pull the stuff off the middle and eat that later when I'm done, when they release me. I tried to do that. When I went back to that sandwich, it was no longer gave me that initial thrill from that one bite. So let me shorten this. Is there anything I didn't say? And guys, I also had a sleep study. In between this, I had a sleep study. Let me just tell you about this briefly. I wake you up like 5 in the morning. This is my second part of my sleep study where I had to sleep with the CPAP on, right? It was so uncomfortable. The woman was like, don't you feel refreshed? Wasn't that the best sleep of your life? And when she was hooking me up, she said, this is getting ready to be the best sleep of your life. And the next morning, she kept talking about, don't you feel refreshed? And no, I did not feel refreshed. And I was like, why is she trying to convince me that I feel refreshed? They give you that survey to fill out, and I answered it honestly. I feel horrible. I feel I had a good sleep. And so now I have to see my primary doctor. She has to order the machine for me from what they told me. I'll be glad when I see her. I have an appointment coming up with her. Now, the machine was not a comfortable thing to wear. I'm more than willing to sleep with the machine on. I cannot believe how many times I wake up, I'm like in shock. I don't feel it. Say like from 1 to 10, I'm like an 8. That's how terrible my sleep is. So, sleeping affects your energy and it affects your weight loss. So I will be so happy to finally get that straightened out. And I'm definitely going to sleep with the CPAP machine. You know, I'm hopeful that that will give me a burst of energy or help me and make me feel different as far as there. Now, let me tell you about my inflammation. A couple of days I felt good. Remember I said I had those days I didn't feel well? That might have set off pains and aches and whatnot. I had this booking and it was all these vendors and they had a machine gun. I'll show you when I'm in the house, this gun. And I got it for such a good price because I was working the event. And I have been using that to like massage all over my body, and it's really helped, like I don't know if it's circulating the blood, I don't know what, but it really helped relieve the pain that I was feeling in my body. So other than that, I cannot say that I felt like I had any inflammation, flare ups. So I feel great today. So I will be back in 10 days. I make the videos this long, but I felt I owe an explanation of where in the freak I have been for 21 days. I'm going to check in with Alan this week. Going to Walmart, I bought this meat and it's fresh as it should smell. This is turkey meat. I already told you why I'm eating more meat, because it just kind of satisfied me. And you know why I know it's working? Between the meat and the water. But this week I'm going to do more salmon and I'm going to do more fish, because something before I go to sleep, I haven't been feeling that. And when I do feel like something, I've been making a lot of tea at night. Do caffeine free or anything. So I've been doing that quite a bit, and that's pretty much it. Bye.